All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music.
Or do we jump in?
The breeze is so dizzy, don't miss a tree.
Good morning. This is the First Federal Show. We got a few changes this morning. You're John Bowen.
I am.
Yeah,
Our new producer, if you will, the Dick Belcher Show, if we want to call it.
Now it's the First Federal Show.
The First Federal Show with Dick Belcher.
Okay, all
We'll
right.
put it that way.
And Tanner Lee. Tanner Lee, welcome.
Morning.
Bring us up to date what's happening in the sports world. But first, let me give you some lead story things.
Okay.
Weather for the chili cook-off's going to be great.
So it's going to be a little chilly.
Well, chili.
Chili
yeah,
for chili.
Sure.
That's not
It's going to be good. And of course, we got the chili cook-off this tomorrow, as well as the Red Hot Car Show, and also they're going to have the Red Hot 5K run. You can still get in that. I think that starts about 10 o'clock or 9. And
$25 registration fee.
yeah, that's sponsored by United Way.
Yeah.
$25 goes to the United Way, so that's good. I see California shutting some power off in some high-risk fire areas. I'd like to be there. Hey, we're going to shut the power off for a couple of weeks. Is that okay?
Yeah. I hope you can get by.
Yeah. Okay. Only in California do they do things like that. So, okay, we got a little trivia this morning. As of July, what vehicle is the world's most sold vehicle in 2019? That's this year.
Yep.
Okay, is it Ford F-Series, Chevrolet Silverado, or the Toyota Corolla? That's the choices.
Those are the three choices.
John, you got any estimates on that?
Do you want my guess now?
No.
Let's see.
No, just wait.
Okay,
Save it.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll let you
Okay.
think about
All
it.
All right, I'll go back in the background now and start thinking. You guys continue.
All right, Tanner.
Yes. Got plenty of sports here to catch up on, especially locally. I want to give a shout out to the Rochester High School girls cross country team. They won the TRC Invitational over the weekend. I think that's their third or fourth invite they've won this year, so they're having a really good season, to say the least.
And they've got some freshmen on there.
Yeah, got some freshmen that contribute, and a few First Federal family members have some daughters on the team,
Yeah.
so
That's
exciting stuff.
We're cheering for them.
Exactly. So wishing them the best going forward. The sectionals should be coming up here pretty soon, so it's that time of year. Got a lot of football games going on tonight. Rochester travels to Southwood. Southwood is 7-0 and ranked number 3 in 1A, so it's going to be a tough test for the Zebras tonight. But like you told me before we went on the air, the Chiefs were undefeated last week till the Colts beat them. So
That's why we play the games.
That's why we play the game. It's interesting to note these two schools, according to Val of the Rochester Sentinel, haven't played since 2015. They haven't played at Southwood since 2013. Southwood has won 21 straight games, including 13 straight games in the TRC. So should be a good one tonight. You can watch that if you have RTC TV. You can watch that right there on Channel 4.
Okay.
Tippecanoe Valley travels to Manchester tonight. Valley has a record of 5-2. Manchester has a record of 2-5. And Winnemac has a record of 2-5. They host Caston tonight, who's 0-7, still looking for their first victory of the season. So plenty of Friday night light football action going on tonight. Local college sports. Purdue suffered another loss last week, but it's at Penn State. Penn State's a pretty tough team.
Oh, why'd you have to bring that up?
Well,
Jeez.
yeah, I kind of previewed the game last week.
10 sacks.
10 sacks, yeah.
Didn't they have like negative 19 or like they had negative rushing yards?
Negative 30 rushing yards when you
Yes.
contribute the sack yardage in there. Wasn't good. Hard to win when you rush for negative 30 yards.
We'll scratch that game.
Yeah, it's kind of
next week.
Yeah, exactly. They host Maryland tomorrow, who's 3-2. It will be Purdue's homecoming. Maryland's a 3.5-point favorite, but Purdue unveiled a new alternate helmet they're wearing tomorrow in honor of the moon landing. So
Okay.
it's pretty neat looking.
Well, describe it to us.
Well, it's white, which is different from Purdue to wear, and then the P has a moon design inside the P itself, and then the face mask a gold chrome to replicate the visor of an astronaut helmet. The stripe down the middle of the helmet has Neil Armstrong's footprints from the moon, and then it's got numbers on it of 2, 24, or 2, 25, and 64. That's 2 astronauts that walked on the moon, and then it's got 25 represents. There's been 25 Purdue graduates to have went into space, and then 64 is 64 Purdue graduates that have been on missions. So they put a lot of detail into this helmet. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, a little more facts on tomorrow. It's a celebration of the 150th anniversary of Purdue University. It's also the winding down of the $2 billion fundraiser that they started 2 years ago. And believe it or not, Mitch Daniels got the $2 billion. That's with a B. And I see in the newspaper today that his new salary is $900,000.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beats banking.
I should have been the president of a university.
Okay.
Granted, I wouldn't have lasted long, but.
Well, also some other things happened yesterday at the trustees meeting about the gambling.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that.
Purdue announced yesterday that now that sports gambling is legalized in Indiana and on mobile devices as of a week or two ago, they're not going to allow their students or faculty members to bet on games involving Purdue. Now, they can bet on different games, but
We can bet on IU.
I guess so.
Okay.
Bet against them.
Oh, now, Tanner. We got a lot of IU fans out there. Be careful what you
I
say.
know it. Trust me, I hear from them quite a bit. So,
Okay.
speaking of IU, they host Rutgers tomorrow, who's 1-4. IU's 28-point favorites for tomorrow.
Woo.
Yeah, pretty big point spread there.
And does Rutgers have a coach yet?
Interim coach. He won't be the coach after this year. He's just filling in.
Okay.
And then number 9 Notre Dame beat Bowling Green last week, 52-0. They host USC, who's 3-2 tomorrow night. Notre Dame's 11-point favorites in that one. And the Bears and Colts both have bye weeks this week. Colts, of course, beat the Chiefs, like I mentioned last week, and the Bears actually lost to the Raiders over in London. So both of those teams are 3-2. And lastly, baseball playoffs are now set for the League Championship Series. Got the Nationals and Cardinals kick off the NL tonight, and the Yankees and Astros will kick off the AL tomorrow. So, a lot going on. Got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1992, Deion Sanders played for the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Braves in the same day. He played for the Falcons in a 1 o'clock game at Miami, then flew to Pittsburgh for Game 5 of the NLCS, but he actually never saw any action. He was there, but he sat on the bench the whole game. But still,
They should have put him in.
to pull double duty was pretty impressive. And
So he played football and baseball.
both for the Atlanta teams, and later on in that playoff series, if I remember correctly, he had another situation where there was baseball and football, but he chose to play for the Braves and didn't go play for the Falcons, which caused a big stir because originally he was more of a football player than baseball player. So you don't see athletes try to pull the double duty anymore. And on this day last year in 2018, the world's longest flight took place from Singapore to Newark Airport. It took 17 hours and 52 minutes. I don't think I would like to be on that flight. That'd be a long one. That's a little too long for me.
Don't worry, you don't need to do that.
And today is National Egg Day, it's National Sausage Pizza Day, and Vet Nurse Day.
Vet Nurse Day.
Veterinarian Nurse Day.
Veterinarian.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
Most of which is absolutely worthless, but
That's what I'm here for.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Some upcoming events, and let's inject there, John Bowen. Where are you coming from? And you're new here.
Born and raised in Indianapolis area, the town. I guess I'm back in Indiana, so I can say Greenwood. I used to be at a station in Illinois. I had to tell everyone Indianapolis because they had no idea what Greenwood was. But Greenwood, hometown, and then up here in Rochester for the foreseeable future.
Okay. Good. Well, welcome.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I thought maybe you came up special for the chili cook-off.
No, I came up here special for the job. The chili cook-off, don't get me wrong, that's a benefit. I came up at the right time.
Okay. Okay, the second annual pumpkin decorating which is by the Rochester Downtown Partnership. That's November the 1st, and you can bring your pumpkin in and put it in the
I
contest.
think that's the same day as Boo Fest. Boo Fest
That's
is on
correct,
November 1st this year.
Yeah, okay. TriCap is having a Dairy Queen sponsor night on Wednesday, October 16th from 4 to 8 o'clock. Tell us about the library.
Yeah, the Friends of the Fulton County Library, they're hosting / sponsoring an Indiana award-winning storyteller, David Matlack. He will present Puppy Tales and Scary Tales on Wednesday, October 16th at 6:30. The program is free for anybody in the public to come to. He's a retired veterinarian, and he is now a professor at IU in Bloomington.
So if you're a retired veterinarian, you can get a professorship job at IU. Is that right?
I guess at IU you can, sure.
Okay. Okay, the Sciotos is putting on Race to Mars. It's a 0.5K. 0.5. How many yards is that? That's not very many. It's a fun run that will benefit the sorority and the Taylor Mars Scholarship Fund. Race will start at 6 o'clock from the Dam Landing parking lot, and registration is $20 per person. Tell us about the airport.
Yeah, the airport's holding a big event coming up on Friday, October 18th. That's next Friday, of course, from 11 to 1. Celebrate the completion of the new the new hangar out there at the airport. We're actually going to have the new mechanic out there at the airport be a guest next Friday, so hopefully he can give us a little more detail on everything going on at the airport. So.
Yeah, if you haven't been by there, you can drive by, and it's a big hangar.
Mm-hmm.
Big for Rochester and Fulton County, anyway.
Yeah, and I think we were kind of talking the other day. I think the airport does a lot of things that a lot of individuals around Rochester and Fulton County aren't aware of. So it'll be neat to hear from him next week. And they are providing a free lunch for the community for anybody who attends that open house.
A free lunch?
Yeah, I believe they ordered some pork chops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Rochester Middle School is selling ice cream in front of the Uncorked Cuban restaurants tomorrow, 11 to 3. They're raising money for their trip to D.C. later on in the year. They'll have ice cream and all the trimmings. So stop down there. Lots of things and lots of vendors will be on the streets here. Optimists are having their free pumpkin U-Pick tomorrow, 11 to 2. The patch is just west of the fairgrounds near Fox Run. And anyone under the age of 10 with an adult can go out and pick their pumpkins. There are a lot of pumpkins still left out there. Of course, this is the Optimist big fundraiser, and they always have the U-Pick towards the end of the season.
And we better mention that the Civics player of Logan Sport and the Junior Civics are putting on the Legend of Sleepy Hollow on Friday, October 18th at 7:30, Saturday, October 19th at 7:30, and Sunday, October 20th at 2:30. That's at the McHale Performing Arts Center, and our own Heather Carr is going to be performing in that as a villager. So.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yep.
Okay, some flowers this morning. The Beacon Credit Union's Project Spotlight. They have that every year. You can vote for your favorite charity. The winner this year is the Adoption Center, the Animal Adoption Center, for $1,000. Wheels on Fire, $500, and Matthews Market, $250. Congratulations to them. It's a great program and helps out a lot of the not-for-profit organizations. Well, in the money market, the Dow was up 150 yesterday, closed at 26,496. The futures this morning are way up because of the rumor, and I guess it's not a rumor, it is going to happen, that our president is meeting with the vice premier of China today, and we're going to talk trade, so we've got a lot of things going on there. Condé Nast Traveler named the Indianapolis International Airport the best airport in the United States for the 6th straight year. Wow.
I think a lot goes into that, a lot of different
Yeah.
variables, so well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that airport, incidentally, is green. It's LEED certified. It was built a few years ago. Randy Tobias, who's former president of Eli Lilly, headed that aviation commission up and did a great job. Obviously, for 6 years in a row, the airport. Okay, come in today at First Federal. We're open from 5 o'clock and tomorrow. We're open until 5 o'clock today and tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us online with our mobile apps, which is free to download. Our ATM is open 24/7. Tell us about Zelle.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Zelle's a person-to-person payments application you can use right through your First Federal mobile app. And just make sure you're enrolled with Bill Pay, and then you can go, and all you need is your whoever you want to transfer the money to or request money from. You just need either their phone number or their email address, and it'll send them a link even if they're not an already registered Zelle user. They can click the link and sign up, and if they are a registered Zelle user, it'll find them, and you can transfer money within a matter of minutes.
Now, you gotta have the cash in the account, right?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah, you have to have some cash in your checking account, so,
All right.
yeah.
We offer many different mortgage products: USDA, FHA loans, conventional loans, one-step construction loans, premier first-time home buyer loans, and more. Our loan originators, Ben Dalton and John Schaefer here in Rochester, can provide you with more details. We tell us about the free checking.
Yeah, we offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. And when you come in to open up a checking account right now, you get a free gift, which is a tumbler. You can get that through the end of next week. It's a nice tumbler, pretty good size, comes in a nice color. I think we have a few different colors you can choose from. And you can also do a tell a friend. If you tell a friend about our Simply Free checking account, they come in, open an account. Not only will they get a gift, you can get a gift as well. So
We offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Lindy Breeden for more information. We also offer financial services. Contact Mark Bubaugh or Brian Bell today for more information. And I think they're both in Rochester today and will be available. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and what else are we on?
we're on Twitter and Instagram, and our handle's at FF Banking, and we're also on LinkedIn. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Give us a follow and stay up to date with the latest going on at First Federal Savings Bank.
Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines, and we are a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender. And our NMLS numbers 3, 9, or 9, or 9, or 27. Thank you for helping out this morning.
Welcome.
Come on up to the end. Kori, glad to have you with us.
Thanks.
Kori Pugh, who's representing the Chamber of Commerce, who's sponsoring the chili cook-off. How many in a row have we done now?
Oh, so this is, gosh, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay.
20-some.
It's our 24th.
24.
Our show.
Okay.
28th chili cook-off, I believe.
Chili's.
Yeah.
28.
28.
A few more than that.
Okay. Chiming in there is Chris Peterson, who's with the Blacktop people, and you're going to have a few strange cars in here tomorrow.
Well, we're hoping so.
Okay,
Looks
tell
like
us
the
about
weather's gonna-
that. And of course, you can't park on the courthouse lawn anymore this year. So, what are you going to do with all the cars?
Well, we're going to stretch them out from 9th Street to 4th Street and every little crevice in between.
Okay.
We're the weather looks like it's going to turn out and be nice and sunny, a little chilly, but that doesn't hurt the cars. So we're expecting our typical 400. We probably won't reach 600 with rain tonight, but you never know.
Oh, okay, Chris, tell us about, you got different classes and
Yeah, we've got
you got
30
different sponsors for everything.
33 different classes, and we've got quite a few sponsors. Each class probably has a minimum of 2. We've had tremendous support this year, and every year we do, but we give away 120 trophies, 33 separate classes. So we divide the vehicles up into classes similar to, they're judged against cars similar to themselves. People seem to like that. That's what makes us different than the typical car show.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a different group that has to be a different group that's interested in a car that's maybe 20 years old and
Oh yeah.
refurbishing it, or maybe even older than
Yeah. And I mean, we see starting to see some younger kids, or the groups. There's some interest in that, but predominantly it's your people 50 to 80,
50 to 80.
and there's a lot of nice vehicles.
Okay. All right, Kori, tell us about the chili cook-off. How many teams you got?
So we have 17 teams this year. Should be a good amount of chili. It's a good number of teams. We'll be all down the west side of 8th Street. We're going to start ticket sales at 10 a.m.
Okay.
So it's $1 a ticket. That's $1 a taste. The ticket gets you a taste of chili of any team that you like. You can taste as many as you like, buy as many tickets as you'd like. It is a fundraiser for the Chamber of Commerce. It's our only fundraiser that we do all year long. So that's what those sales go to. We also sell hot dogs and some drinks there at our booth too.
Okay. All right, now give us some of the rules and regulations for these teams.
So
They just can't come in and...
no, they have to wait. They get there about 7, start setting up their booth, and there is a prize for the best decorated booth, so we will be judging that. There are cash prizes, the best 3 chilies, and then we have a person's or a people's choice that anyone who tastes chili can vote on, and also then the booth. So yeah, so they can start setting up at 7 o'clock, and then we will have a judges meeting around 8 o'clock, and so after that meeting is over, then they can start cooking. So they can't start cooking anything, any kind of meat or anything until after that point.
Okay, tell us some of the rules and regulations about what they can do and what they can't do.
Well, they can't start cooking until then. They can start cooking up or they can start chopping any of their other ingredients before that point. The health inspector will be there, so you have to keep your meat at a certain...
Oh, the health inspector's
Yeah.
gonna be... Oh, what takes that fun out of it?
Yep, so they have to make sure their meat is cooked properly so everyone is safe.
Can the health inspector be bribed, do you think?
I don't know about that.
You can try, Dick, if you want.
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there.
So yeah, so then they cook up their chili, and like I said, ticket sales go on sale at 10 o'clock, and they can't start serving their chili until 11 o'clock. And so that's when the chili cook-off will actually start, is 11 o'clock, when people can go around and start tasting their chili.
Okay, so we can start buying tickets at 10, but we can't buy any chili until 11.
Until 11 o'clock, right.
Okay.
And at that point, you can start voting for your favorite chili. You can vote up until 1 o'clock. And we'll also have some outside judges too, also judging. And winners will be announced at 1:30.
Okay, what are some of the other vendors that you will have here?
Sure, there's going to be vendors all down the other side of 8th Street.
Right here in front of the...
right in front of the radio station. Yes, we've got pizza, elephant ears, other drinks, several ones that have been here
Okay,
the last couple of years.
good.
Other sandwiches, other food.
Okay. All right, so people that want to, it's going to be an invigorating day. It's going to be chilly, but no rain. And so you can come in and get chili and hot dogs and other things and look at 400 or 500 different cars.
Right. Should be a great day. I do have some sponsors or some people that I'd like to thank for the chamber.
Okay.
Okay, I got a list. We couldn't do it without several people here in town. So I just want to run through them real quickly. The City of Rochester, the First Federal Radio Show, the Fulton County Tourism Commission, GFS Foods, Good Oil Company, Hardesty Printing of Rochester, J.L. Hurd, Kroger, Life Care Center, Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Mike's Trash Removal Service. They provide all the trash cans that are
Wow.
all over, and we haul a lot of trash out of here, and they do that completely for free for us every year. So what a great service from them. RTC Channel 4, the Rochester Sentinel, and WROI Giant FM.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
These things can't happen without sponsors
Right.
paying the bill.
Right.
Okay, a lot of things happening in the Chamber of Commerce. I know you're on the board of directors, correct?
Yes.
And you're getting new members, doing a membership drive currently?
We are. We just started our new membership drive for next year. Jillian Kramer, our executive director, will be out speaking to everyone, all of our current members, new members. We've got a new membership fee program going on. The benefits are just huge, and she can go over those benefits with you, and you can kind of see what you're getting for your membership dollars.
Yeah, if you're in a business here, or even an individual, the chamber needs support. It's very important to the community. It's been around for many, many years, but it does a lot in promoting the business community and what's going on in town.
Right.
Thank you for stopping by this
Yes,
morning,
thank
Kori
you.
and Chris, and we'll put John in charge of weather tomorrow.
All right. But a
Sunny.
lot of responsibility for that one.
Yes.
Keep the rain away.
Make it sunny
I'll do
and
my
70.
best.
Okay, our trivia this morning is what's the best-selling car for 19? Is it Ford F-Series, Chevy Silverado, or the Toyota Corolla?
I'm going Ford. If I had to guess, I'm sticking with the
I'd
US
like
Bay.
to say Ford, but I have to go with the Toyota.
You're right. All right. I'm sorry, you didn't even get the. That's right.
But you didn't get it wrong like I did, so that's the important thing.
That's just
So congrats,
worldwide
Kori.
now. That's worldwide. Okay, let's close with this statement by David Kearns. He was an American businessman and CEO of Xerox. You remember Xerox? He said, "Quality is a race with no finish line." Thank you very much, John. You'll be back next week.
I'll be here.
Okay.
The important thing is, will you be here? I can't carry this program by myself. I need
Okay.
you back here holding my hand and guiding me.
Tanner won't be here. He's going to a wedding.
Yeah.
But we'll try to make it.
Sure thing. Sure
Thank you,
thing.
Tanner, for your help.
You're welcome.